So it's day 2 out here at the Ponderosa. This is what I call the halfway place, the halfway 9 acres. It's a 9-acre lot that has this big pond on it. And I used to fish this pond when I was a kid, and it was a great pond. But since then, it has silted in and filled in over time, just like a lot of these ponds do. And some of you that have ponds, you know what I'm talking about. Ponds ultimately, you know, unless you have some really good banks and some really good dams, they fill in over time with the drainage and erosion of soil and whatnot. All flows into your pond, so it fills up over time. And there's no telling how long ago this was built or how deep they dug it. But very excited. Got the excavator out here, and then we've got Bryce's on the dozer helping clean up. And what they're doing is, when he piles up all this muck and mud that's been in this pond for a long time, Bryce will hop on the bulldozer and scrape some of it out what he can, because it's super muddy. And if you lay it out and stretch it out on the pasture, kind of putting some nutrients back into the ground, and then it'll dry. It's perfect for what's going on, because this timing on this is great, because the sun is supposed to be out the next several days once these guys wrap it up, and a lot of this dirt will dry. And then what's happened after that is we're supposed to get some rain. So if we get all of this dirt will eventually dry, that's piled up right back here, then we get it spread out, let it dry in the sun, get some rain on it, and it'll settle back in the ground, and just repurposing all that soil. Very excited for all this that's going on, and I know Marissa will be happy too. You guys really can't tell what's happening back here, but this used to be covered in trees. I couldn't drive across here. Let's just say that you couldn't drive an ATV across here, you couldn't drive a truck across here, but I just drove the ATV across here for the first time, and we're sitting on the pond dam, which is a first time thing. So that dam's gonna be a whole lot bigger. Look at him. Yeah, it is. Right over there it is. You're like, golly, Dusty, that didn't look like it's much deeper. Well, I guarantee you can't tell because pictures and video just don't do it justice. But this pond is a lot bigger. He got a lot of it cleaned out. And I know it's still a little crummy because there's a lot of that sludge that was dumped off up here. And a bunch of it is on the back side of the dam, which you saw kind of slowly crawling down the backside of the dam. That was the sludge from the very core of it, which you can still see some of it left right there that he just couldn't reach with that excavator, because there is some water left, obviously, and it gets a little soggy, and we don't want to get an excavator stuck out here in this bison pond. Yeah, he got a bunch of it out, but that mud, it reminded me of like lava moving slowly down the hill or across the beach or wherever it goes. That's what it kind of reminded me of. So pretty neat that I've never seen that before. But he got a core of that out. He cleaned it up, made the dam bigger, and now we can drive across it for the first time. You just can't really tell the difference in this place. You can tell because of the trees and stuff are missing. Left a couple good pecan trees and whatnot. Just needed to happen. And this is it's a beautiful pond, and it's big and it's neat. It's got a neat design to it. So this will be a pond that we can go fishing at and whatnot. But very excited to see the changes. I got some stumps to burn down here and there that they couldn't get out with the excavator or bulldozer because of the slope. But I'll get those burn off, and this thing will look really pretty after we get some rain, get some grass growing on it. This place will look completely different, get it all cleaned up. This mud, this sludge was so gnarly the bulldozer had a hard time even pushing it because it's so slick, and he got some of it piled up here so it wouldn't wash back down into the pond. And so I still got some cleaning up to do on the skid steer and whatnot, but hope you guys have enjoyed this. What a process. And some of you ask, well, Dusty, why did you do this? Well, guys, ponds fill in over time with silt over time, and it was so dry, and we have rain coming. I don't know how much. You just hope that it comes. It was just timing. This thing was getting to just very, very low, and what you got to take your opportunities when you can. And so we've been wanting to do this and have a pond that we can hang out at as a family, and eventually the bison will be here, and that's the goal of this whole thing. This is the last small acreage, actually 9 acres, before they go into another big 80 acres. So one step at a time, 1 acre pond, whatever it is, fence build at a time, and we will have this thing wrapped up, all project 189.